Welcome back. In Part 1, we covered processing with the FRDocument object, our go-to approach when detailed control, transparency, and per-document customization are required. In this video, we'll focus on the second method, batch processing. Batch processing is designed for a different set of priorities: a large number of one-page documents, high volume performance, and automation in repetitive tasks. Instead of manually controlling each stage for every document, we configure the processing task once, and the engine manages the end-to-end workflow across multiple documents automatically. At its core, this approach emphasizes three things: automation, high throughput, and scalability. The workflow stays efficient because a single consistent configuration is applied across the entire batch, reducing per-document setup and keeping processing fast and repeatable. The workflow begins by configuring all processing parameters in one place. In the FineReader Engine API, this is done by creating a DocumentProcessingParams object. As we already know from previous lessons, this object serves as a container for the settings that control every stage of the document processing lifecycle. We can either populate it manually by adjusting its various sub-objects, such as setting the recognition language in Recognizer Params, or enabling desk queuing in Page Processing Params, or we can load either a predefined or a user profile that has already been created. The Document Processing Params object then holds the complete set of instructions that will be applied uniformly to each document in the batch. Once the parameters are configured, we create a BatchProcessor object. In the FineReader Engine API, this is an instance of the BatchProcessor class. This object acts as a manager for the batch processing task. Multiple source documents are then added to the processor, either as individual files or entire folders. Next, the start method is called to initialize processing, and the engine handles the document queue internally, applying the configured settings automatically to each item. Finally, the results are collected. The batch processor offers several options for collecting the processed pages and generated files. Pages can be retrieved as they are completed using the getNextProcessedPage method in a loop, or processing can be allowed to finish entirely before the output files are gathered from a designated output folder. By reducing the overhead between individual document operations and optimizing resource allocation, batch processing achieves significantly higher throughput performance for a large number of one-page documents. The batch processor is specifically designed for server applications and background services that process large volumes of documents, especially when the workflow is repeatable across many inputs. For example, digitizing and converting large document collections. Batch processing is primarily intended for scenarios involving large volumes of independent, typically single-page documents that share identical processing rules. It also simplifies repetitive processing. When all documents share the same recognition settings, export format, and workflow, batch processing avoids the need to repeat setup code for each file. Use batch processing when you're handling large numbers of one-page documents under the same, consistent processing rules. It's the best option when performance and scalability are essential, especially in server-side or backend workflows. Choose it when you don't need to manually inspect or modify document structure and only care about producing the final output. The benefits include higher throughput for large workloads, simpler code for repeatable pipelines, and efficient resource use. The trade-offs are reduced fine-grained control and limited visibility into intermediate document structure during processing. For that reason, batch processing isn't a good fit for interactive workflows where users need to review or adjust results between stages. In real projects, these two approaches aren't mutually exclusive. Both can be combined in a hybrid workflow. A common pattern is to use BatchProcessor for high-volume, consistent processing, and then use FRDocument only where deeper access is needed. For example, when the batch pipeline flags specific documents or pages for special handling, those pages can be opened or reprocessed with FRDocument for inspection, parameter tweaks, or custom post-processing. This way, batch processing drives throughput, while FRDocument is applied selectively for exceptions, delivering both scalability and fine-grained control. To wrap up, FineReader Engine gives us two powerful ways to process documents. FRDocument is the best choice when we need maximum control, visibility, and per-document customization. Batch processing is ideal when we prioritize automation, throughput, and scalability across large workloads. And in many real-world systems, a hybrid approach combines both batch processing for the bulk work with FRDocument used selectively for pages that need deeper inspection or special handling.